Ninjago has been running for 15 years and we get a new ninja suit line every year with every season. So there's bound to be some really bad ones, and in this video we'll be talking about the worst suit that every ninja has adorned in the entirety of Ninjago, starting off with someone whom you guys might not expect, Cole. Cole has had the most bangers in my opinion when it comes to Ninjago suits. He just has a really versatile design where he can work with many color schemes and genuinely be an interesting character nonetheless. But I think the one season which does him very poorly is Ninjago Seabound. Yeah, this is just not doing it. From the plating to the chest to the just weird angles of the mask or the hood piece to the blue that is on there. And the fact that this is a non canon minifigure, this just fails on every single level, in my opinion. Cole from Seabound is a certified dud. But let's move on to someone who's been around a little longer, Jay. Jay is in a similar boat to Cole, where the color scheme here carries a lot. The blue is something you just cannot go wrong with whenever you're designing any ninja suit. And despite that, Jay has definitely still had a few losses in the book because Hands of Time existed, and I know a lot of people love the Hands of Time minifigures. I personally find them a little over detailed. Nonetheless, though, this J minifigure is just not doing it for me. Firstly, I think what gets me is the lack of black on the hood or anywhere else. It just makes the entire color scheme feel like it's fighting itself. It's fighting between being a dark blue, normal blue, and a black color scheme. The weird plate on the just torso here is not the best either. It honestly looks more like a back print, if you guys ask me. And that hood as well has just way too much royal blue on it to make it look anywhere close to what the other aspects of this minifigure's color scheme are matching. Nonetheless, let's move on to another ninja with a similar color scheme, Nia. And for Nia, though I was skeptical at first, I had to go with the core Nia because this minifigure just feels incomplete to a lot of degrees. I think it's the just one arm which is azure colored which gets me, or the fact that this looks less like a ninja suit and looks more like a male lady because of this weird pocket on the suit. The white here is just not a good match, all things considered. I'm not a big fan of how the dark green and azure are basically fighting here. I even think the border aspects look kind of bad, and this minifigure ends up looking more incomplete than anything. It's honestly a real letdown because a lot of the other core minifigures were pretty good. But you know, one core minifigure which wasn't good, well, let's move on to Kai, Nia's brother, with Core Kai. Core Kai isn't a bad Kai minifigure. In my opinion, actually, we haven't had too many bad Core Ninja minifigures at all. This minifigure, though, lacks a lot when it comes to what a color grading on one of these guys should be. Firstly, the orange on this torso does not match the orange on the arm. Plus, the orange on the arm is just not a good fit for Kai, in my opinion. It doesn't look the best. I find this minifigure to look too rare in some aspects and too little when it comes to any color scheme in some aspects as well. Because when you look at those legs now, there's a lot of dark red on there. There's this weird nougat color, and the printing on top of that is off as well. I think this minifigure is kind of a big dud. And with that, we move on to an actually quite difficult ninja I had placing here, which is Spectral Zane. Spectral Zane is, in my opinion, the worst Zane ninja suit because I just am not a fan of how hodgepodge this guy gets. For example, he has the open torso, but not enough showing to justify. There's the dark red on him, but I just feel like, personally speaking, relegating that to just the legs and the white color scheme on top of that makes it feel just off. It feels like the just nougat and the gold seem to be fighting for attention in some places. And the biggest distraction, of course, once again, just that opened up just shirt there. I just am not a big fan of the Ninjagi being open like that. I know they did that with the core Zane, but it just does not work out here when it's all covered like that as well. That is definitely a big negative in my opinion with that minifigure. And with that, we move on to the final minifigure here, which is Lloyd. And for Lloyd, I think I had to go with the core Golden Lloyd minifigure because, in my opinion, I am just not a big fan of a silhouette and the color scheme they've gone with. It feels like the colors just seem to be fighting each other here. It doesn't look like a ninja suit in my opinion. I think this could be worn by any gold character and it would fit them. The just dark green being plopped onto the torso is not a good look either. The only real good things this minifigure does have is that hood there. I think the hood looks spectacular and the legs look pretty good. But when you look at the rest of it, it is a big letdown because in my opinion, again, I just don't think this looks like a ninja suit. I don't think it fits in on a design scale or a color grading scale. Yeah, this is probably the worst Lloyd minifigure we've ever gotten. And with that, these are just my opinions, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you all soon. What are you guys' opinions? Drop them down in the comments. And yep, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Love you guys.